Hi Cook with Shan family, and welcome back to my blog. Today I will be doing garlic lasagna as promised, my family traditional recipe. Already in the kitchen, and you can see it is hot because I'm sweating. I was out for a little while as my phone was stolen almost 2 weeks ago. I have already prepped the minced beef and other stuff. I have to make the garlic sauce, and I'll be showing you how to do that. I'll put all the ingredients and the method in the description. I'm using my husband's phone because, you know, as I said, my phone was stolen, so it will take a little while for the video to be posted, but I will post it because I promised to. And I'm just coming from my home to yours to say Merry Christmas, and I wish you and your family all God's richest blessings for the year to come. Yeah, so stay tuned. Over here, as you can see, I have my carnation milk. This is the first time I'm going to do my minced meat with the Prego sauce. I'm trying that for the first time. I usually just use roucoo, right? We don't use ketchup in our minced meat, we use roucoo. That's a Spanish thing. Yeah, it's a local fruit, and it's something that you grind up and stuff, and you make into a nice flavorful sauce. This is what we refer to as roucoo. I have this in my fridge I'm using for the past 3 years. Yeah, so this is what we use in place of ketchup, and we usually don't put any Prego sauce in my family recipe. We just use this, right, with our fresh seasonings. So this is what I will be using, but I'm also going to try this year, which is the Prego sauce. So this is the mincemeat. It was already seasoned with different fresh seasoning and powder seasoning, and now I put a little oil in the pot, and I'm going to put the mincemeat in the pot now to cook. Christmas is going really wonderful so far. Mine is going awesome. You know, had a lot of quiet time with my family for the Christmas. Usually I would cook on Christmas Day, and I did not do that this year, and that's fine. So this is not Boxing Day, but this is the day after Boxing Day. This is Tuesday the 27th. So I'm now cooking. Mincemeat in the pot. The mincemeat is in the pot and it is cooking. I'm going to leave this to cook up for a little while, and then we'll be back. Added some roucoo in the pot, about 3 tablespoons, and this is about 3 pounds of mincemeat. Right? And I also added the fresh small thyme. Of course, you're not going to put the stems in. You're not going to put these stems in the lasagna. After it's finished cooking, I will take it out before putting it in the lasagna. So you just add the roucoo and you let it continue to cook. Right? This is some fresh seasoning that I have for the garlic sauce, but I'll take a few from here and I'll add some fresh seasoning to this minced beef. A proper fresh seasoning always gives the a different taste. At this stage, the beef is basically finished cooking. It's just to dry down, and this is the stage where we'll add some, you know, fresh seasoning like pimento, parsley, some onions, some fresh chives, and some celery. But because I'm using the Prego sauce this year, I'm trying the Prego sauce this year, I will be adding the Prego sauce to this now, and then I'll let it dry down a little, not much, because you need sauce to lasagna. As you can see, I added the Prego sauce. That is what is giving, you know, helping you that red color, along with the roucoo that I added before, and I added some fresh seasoning, as well as some dry parsley and fresh parsley, some onions, some celery, some pimentos. I also added some onion and garlic powder. So this is going to come off in a little while. I'm just letting it dry down a little. When I have a whole chicken baking, I always bake a whole chicken for Christmas, and I am also baking some pork. This was also seasoned with fresh seasoning and powder seasoning. So this is still baking in the oven just to get some color, and then I'll be taking it out. I'm going to make my creamy garlic sauce, and these are the ingredients I'm going to use. Lots of garlic. This is about 3 heads of garlic and onion, some pimento peppers, some parsley, some celery, as well as some thyme, small thyme, as we say in Trinidad. And I'm going to use those ingredients like the milk, the cheese, you know, this fresh seasoning, as I said, lots of garlic to do the sauce. So I'll be showing you how to do that as well. You'll also need some flour and some butter to start the roux, and I'll show you how to do that also. Okay family, so we're back and we're about to make the roux for my garlic sauce for the lasagna. So I'm measuring. I'm just doing this measurement so that you could see. You're putting your flame on low, the lowest, because you don't want this to burn. This could burn quick. So 1, 2 equal parts of butter and flour. 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going in with 4 tablespoons of flour. I use 4 tablespoons of butter, and now I'm going in with 4 tablespoons of flour, and this will create that thickness. You want to move fast and stir this. Come perfectly, because it browns easily. So this is what you're doing first. You want to make sure you get a very smooth paste. Make sure it cooks, get a little brown. This is what will create the thickness for your creamy garlic sauce or your lasagna. Okay, so I'm going to add a little milk just to smoothen it out. Be very careful. As you can see, it's getting nice and smooth. Come close. See the texture, the consistency. Alright, so that you won't have any lumps in your sauce. Add the flour little by little. Add the milk little by little, sorry. This is what you call a roux. So now that that is smooth, you're going to add the remainder of the milk. I'm using 4 cans of carnation milk. the flame is still on the lowest to prevent any burning and clumping of the flour. You see how nice and creamy that looks? Carnation milk, I have found carnation milk to be the best milk to use, as it gives a really rich and creamy sauce. Throughout the duration of this sauce, you'll keep your flame on low. Mix, mix, mix with your whisk. Okay, you're going to let this simmer a little so that it could incorporate. I'm going to add my garlic mixture to this sauce. I'm not adding all of it, I'll taste as I go along. So in this mixture, I blended it. I used 4 heads of garlic, some parsley, celery, and pimentos, also onions. So I'm mixing this into my sauce because it's a garlic sauce. It's not just a roux. This is how you create the garlic sauce. I'm adding about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm adding about a teaspoon of Maggi, flavor the pot. Remember, you don't need to add too much of salty stuff to this because the cheese is salty and the cheese will be going into this also. I haven't added any salt to this just yet. When I add the cheese, I'll see if it's good. This is how it looks, and I'm going to allow this to simmer. I'm going to add some nutmeg. Nutmeg gives the sauce a really nice taste. It brings out the flavor. Just a little, about a 1/4 teaspoon as well. Mix that in. And I'm going to add some of the cheese. So it's a garlic cheese sauce, creamy garlic cheese sauce. I'm allowing the cheese to melt and I'm allowing the sauce to simmer and to thicken up a bit. As you can see, the lovely color of the sauce, the garlic sauce. Remember, you don't want to put too much cheese in the sauce just to give it that nice cheesy flavor, garlicky cheesy flavor, because we are going to be adding more cheese to the lasagna when we are layering. Our sauce is finished. Can you see the nice creamy consistency of the sauce? That is what we're looking for. The heat was turned off and this is the sauce. It tastes so good. No salt was added to this because the salt from the cheese and the flavor the pot, Maggi flavor the pot that I used was just enough. You don't want anything over salty. So this is going to rest until the lasagna noodles have boiled and is ready to assemble. And of course this is the lovely mincemeat ragu sauce. So we're just waiting for the lasagna noodles to finish boil now, and then we are going to assemble, which I will show you. So we are back and we are making creamy lasagna, creamy garlic lasagna. We have already made the sauce, the creamy garlic cheese sauce, and the mincemeat ragu sauce. Now we are boiling the lasagna noodles and we are waiting for it to get to the point of al dente, which means firm to the bite. You don't want the lasagna noodles very soft, because when it goes into the oven to get color, then it's going to continue to cook. Yeah, so that's why we want it al dente. So I have it boiling on the stove, and then I'll show you how I assemble it. Of course, after it's finished boiling and it's al dente, firm to the bite, you're going to strain your noodles, and you're going to wash it with some cold water, because you don't want you want to stop the cooking process. If you don't wash it, then it's going to continue cooking and it will be too soft, which means that when you're picking up the noodles to assemble it, it will break up. So we're going to strain it, wash it, and then we're going to add some oil, a little oil, to prevent the noodles from sticking together. So it will be easy to, remove from the dish to assemble in the lasagna pan. These are the noodles boiling here. So in about 10 to 15 minutes, it should be good. Any type of lasagna noodles would be good, but I used Milano brand. Back in the kitchen, and we're about to assemble our lasagna. First, I'm going to put some of the sauce at the bottom of the pan to prevent sticking. You want to take too much of your meat sauce because you need it for assembling your lasagna. So that the noodles don't stick to the bottom. Okay? You're going to take your lasagna noodles. What we are doing, we're going to build our lasagna. You see the oil that I put on it so that it wouldn't stick. You see how it's helping? Make sure that your base is strong. Just cut off the pieces at the side. Just now, baby. you don't want the stems inside, so you're removing those. Just break up your mincemeat. If it gets too clumpy, if the meat is clumpy, just break it up and spread it out. What you see me doing there is taking out the clumps. Not the clumps, sorry. Taking out the stems. So that's enough noodles at the bottom. You don't want to use all and you don't have enough in the middle. Now we are going to add our creamy sauce. Bring your pan closer to the stove. Look how delicious that looks. Just spread it all over the meat. Just like that. We're going in again, repeating the same process. Usually I'll put cheese in the middle of this, however, I'm not putting it on this layer, I'll put it on the second layer. That's not pumpkin. Let's see what mommy is doing. Stand here with mommy. Nice boy. Baby. And we go again. This is the final layer, and I'm just going to add some cheese to this now. He was sleeping, but he had to go see about the baby, our almost 2-year-old son. I'm going to be adding some Parmesan cheese to this. This Parmesan cheese is going to give you an extra crispy crust. And I'm going to add some parsley flakes on top of that. This lasagna is going to be so good. There you have it. Now we are going to pop this into the oven until we get a nice brown crust, and then I'll show you how it looks. This is our finished product, our creamy garlic lasagna, our traditional gourmet recipe. I'm going to take a knife and go around the edges like I showed you all for the potato pie, so that when it's time to serve, it's not difficult to take it from the pan, to remove it from the pan, sorry. Of course, when I cut into it, I'll show you all how it looks. Thank you so much for joining us at Cook with Shan. We love you, and all the best to you and your family.